Hey everybody, my name is Ashley. This is Guaranteed Goddess of the Moon Tarot. Thank you for clicking my face. I am extremely new to this, so I am extremely nervous. I started my ascension of this whole spiritual journey thing about a year ago, to my knowledge of what I felt. Apparently, it's been 3. I really don't know what all I'm capable of right now. I know that I feel, sense, sometimes see, and hear spirit. Folks who have passed over, pets, plants, flowers. What else? I hear thoughts. So, like, if you're in front of me, I can literally hear what you're thinking about me. This has been a wild ride this last year. I will be honest and say that I'm not really sure what is going on. I don't really know how to explain it. I've literally just been delivering the messages that I've been told to deliver, and now they have me doing a YouTube thing, which literally has me shaking. So if you can hear it in my voice, it is really happening because I don't do cameras. It's not my thing. I don't like it. They've been trying to build me up to this point, so I guess we actually have made it here. When I said that I feel spirit, they're asking me to clarify that. I physically feel them. So when someone shows up, if they have facial hair, they're a man, I can feel it. I'm instantly irritated because I'm a woman and I do not have facial hair. Sorry, that was an F. If they have long hair that hangs on their neck, or it's a lady who has bangs, you will see me keep touching or moving. They think it's funny to touch me a lot because I do not like to be touched. So if any of you all have ever seen the Netflix show Sense8, they are trying to get me to learn the difference between visiting and sharing. If somebody can help me learn what that means, I am completely open to it. Like I said, all of this has literally just been taking place for me within the last year. So if anybody wants to be like a little guru, little spirit guide, little somebody that says, hey, I'm in the flesh and I know how to help you hone in on this, I am all ears. As of now, they're just having me do a spread for the collective, but they're telling me that I need to talk first, so I'm not going to touch any cards. They're asking me to spray this rose water and say a couple words, so I'm going to do that. I actually think that my entire mission for this channel is to help others understand that they actually have a little spiritual journey about to happen with them. So, like, unlike me, when you're sitting at your kitchen table and then your grandma just does this, she grabs a pen and then she just starts writing, and you don't know what that is or what that means, and you're in your house by yourself. That is a very scary feeling. You try to explain to your family or friends or something, and people tell you that you are crazy and that you need to have a mental evaluation. However, all the information that you are hearing, feeling, seeing is correct. So my spiritual journey went a little something like this. I broke the generational curses on both sides of my family. Okay, I need to go back before that. I was in 3 abusive relationships, all of which resulted in kids where I was basically left by myself, and then I'm doing for kids. You learn a lot about yourself when you got to take care of yourself and somebody else very quickly. Growing up was a handful, so I guess I'm here to speak to folks with trauma that doesn't know how to walk through it, and they keep trying to get around it. They keep telling me to tell you all the only way to get around it is literally to go through it. There is no around. Because then that means that it's behind you and it can just creep back up on you, which is usually what things do. You think it's gone or you try to suppress it, and then something is a trigger, and then boom. So I really do apologize for being so fidgety. So fast forward to I get pregnant with my son. I am no longer in an abusive relationship, but I am currently pregnant with this man's kid. little weird things start happening to me, I can feel his father's energy or thoughts or this stupid little thing that he would do with my lip. I don't know. It's weird. But that's how it started. And I would start by, his name is Dwight, I would start by telling him to just leave me alone. Fast forward to after me having my son and my grandma showing up probably within that first year that he was born. She showed me an image of my son's father drowning me. And then that following week, he just kept asking me to give me, could he give me a bath almost every single day, which that was weird. So, fast forward a little bit further than that, I start kind of researching into what you start seeing folks post on like your Facebook or any type of social media, like generational curses or what this and that is, or how to just kind of find yourself or whatever. I was fresh out of therapy because my insurance had stopped, and so I had to learn how to work through some stuff myself. And in doing so, it just kind of unlocked all these little magical little gifts. Like, who would have thought? That's awesome, right? I am told that everybody does have a gift, whether you're a prophet or some type of clairvoyant or some type of whatever. You are here for a reason. Everybody knows that you have a purpose. Everybody has a path and all that kind of stuff. I do not know numerology. I do not know astrological things or anything of the such. I promise I am like a fish out of water. So like I said, if you know anybody that is willing to help me, that would be dope. I will tell you some of the people that I watch. I watch The Woke Therapist, Spiritual OG, Queen Cup Tarot, Hourglass by Jazz. Those are like my favorite readers. Those were the people who literally told me everything that was happening with me as it was happening. Not in a spiritual sense, just in a 3D sense of what my day-to-day was going to be. And then, so I just kind of dove into tarot, just trying to get a sense of what was happening in my everyday life. This is before this whole, I knew that all these dead people were going to start talking to me. I'm sorry that I call them that, but that's literally what it is. Spiritual OG was the very first person they told me that I unlocked or that I broke the generational curse. I literally felt it when she said it. It was weird. When she told me that I was going to experience happiness like I've never, whatever, before. I literally felt it. Instantly started crying. Like I knew something was happening with me, but I could not explain it. Anyways, like I said, I come in from work one day and I had been trying to meditate like the week before. It couldn't happen. I don't know how to slow my mind down enough. As y'all can see, I'm extremely fidgety. I'm always on the move. I have 3 kids, so it's always something to do. I was sitting at my kitchen table, and then, like I said, my grandma is what she's demonstrating again. She picked up a pen and she just started writing. She started telling me who she was and what was happening and then what was about to happen to me. Sorry, there's that night again. She told me that I was going to lose my job and my home within the next 6 months, which all very much happened. And along that path, she was literally showing me how to live. She keeps calling it a lavish life. I really don't know how to explain everything that happened to me, and nor do y'all have the time to listen to this whole story, and I don't want to make you do it. Long story short, I have literally just been kind of riding a wave of delivering messages when I'm told to. I buy the tarot cards that they tell me to buy. I say the things that they tell me to say. I do the things they tell me to do. That's literally about it. I am completely 100% in tune with my higher self every second and millisecond of every day. And it feels weird. It's like I'm here in the present, but I am not. So I don't know how to explain that. If somebody wants to help me, that would be awesome. Like I said, I will leave all of my information below. Tell me I can get into the tarot now, and that is for, I'm doing it just a collective energy, just kind of like of where we're at. I know everybody worldwide has been seeing these crazy storms, so like these rainstorms and stuff have not been normal. Queen Cup actually posted a video of a storm. She's in Canada. For those of y'all who don't know, she actually posted a video of a storm that she saw happening. This was, I want to say, last month. Or actually, maybe she just started making videos back this month. Yes, so actually it was, actually I think the video was last month, but she actually just started doing back tarot videos this month. She said she had time to get her energy together. But anyway, the storm that she recorded, and she said that it literally looked like, I want to say that she said that the heavens were being redesigned. The lightning is not normal, it's strategic. The lighting of it, the brightness, the areas that it lights up in. If you all have been watching the rainstorms around anywhere that you live, because there's been storms going on everywhere, you get these crazy hot days, and then you get these random storms. I'm not talking about the showers, I'm talking about the actual storms that come through, and they don't look like normal things. Like, I still have lightning going on outside of this window because we actually had a storm tonight. Oh, something else that I left out, they told me that, I don't know why I didn't mention that. They are telling me that my title, and if somebody wants to help me with this, they're telling me that I am Mother Earth. I don't know what that means. I don't really know exactly how to take it. Oh, and Goddess of the Moon. That's literally why my channel is called Goddess of the Moon. I'm a Cancer sign. If somebody wants to help me hone in on that or know what that means, this whole Mother Earth thing, it sounds really serious and it sounds like a really big job. So if somebody would want to help me, that would be awesome. Yeah. Other than that, I guess I'm going to pull from the Moonology Oracle Tarot first. And like I said, this is just for the collective. So this reading that I'm doing is literally for everybody who has been on their journey for at least last year. At least last year. And you know it. Like, you're fully aware that you're on a journey. You're not somebody that's confused about what's going on. If you have spiritual gifts, you have already tapped into them. Whether it be all of them or just some of them, you know that things are coming your way. You know, you may not know everything, but you know some of the things. Like me, you're a some of the things kind of person. That's all I know. I like to only take jumpers. It's just my thing. Is it just the 2 cards? Oh, really quick, I'm sorry. Left is yes and right is no. So if I'm doing something with my hands or whatever, my head or something like that, it might jump left or jump right, or my hands will do that really quickly. That's just them answering yes or no. So, sorry, they're having me put them in order. The cards we got were the answers that you need are coming. And that's full moon and Gemini energy that they have there. The energy is gaining momentum. And that's for the waxing moon. And then it's time to take action. And the underneath that is Aries and new moon. Or new moon and Aries, sorry. So the answers that you need are coming. They're telling me that this is for me too, because I keep wondering why I've done all these things that they've asked me to do. I have delivered every single message. I have started doing tarot. I'm now doing this. I've done everything. I've changed just about every single thing that they've asked me to change. And then I still have blockages. Of course, everybody still does. You will never be fully done just knowing everything. But for the people who feel like I have done all of this and I still have not gotten anything, like in a tangible sense, that's exactly how I feel. I haven't gotten anything in a tangible sense. Yet, everything that I've read for other people, I'm watching it just come into fruition for them, like literally right in front of my very eyes. Sorry, I'm going to put this card down. Right in front of my very eyes. And it's kind of bothering me. Actually, they're telling me to hold the card back up. If you see the ladies in this picture, there's a lady with her eyes open and she's looking at something, and it's obviously she's sitting in the moon. But they keep saying that I can see everything and that we do see everything. We could see it. And I'm not even sure what that means, but for some reason they're saying that we're choosing not to see it. See her? She's got her eyes completely closed. They're saying that we're choosing not to see it. It's like, I know a lot of us, if you're a female, you've been either contacted by fake celebrity accounts and or real celebrity accounts. You've got like random people jumping in your inbox. You've got people trying to tell you that they want to work with you or that they like the way you this, or have you ever thought about that? All those things mean something. This stuff hasn't been happening to you for the last year and some change for no reason. So every random weird everything, it's all for a reason. So just know that by August, everything will literally make sense. And that will be for the collective. By August, everything will make sense for the collective. The energy is gaining momentum. If you see it, for me, it looks like a sunrise. Sunrises to me, they're more, here where I'm at, they're more purple. And when it's set in, the sun is like in a more orangish kind of state. So it's going from that purplish to a pink stage. And normally when it's coming up, then of course you go to that orange, bright yellow, what you see outside. So it's gaining momentum, meaning that by the 23rd of July, whatever your first big, abundant, whatever you would consider to be a big something landing in your lap, most of us would have gotten it by then. So July 23rd, and that's for, like I said, the collective. Right after whatever lands in your lap, please do not be scared to move with it. It will be instantly time to take action. This card just kind of speaks for itself. There's really nothing else to kind of say about it. It's got all that red behind it. You got to move. You got to move, and you got to move now. But they are asking me to tell you all, do you notice how it's all that red and then that shadow of the moon, and then the ram is like, you can see him, but you can't. And that's how they're asking everybody to move. So you're moving like in plain sight. I'm not even sure what that means. It's like big things are happening in everybody else's face for you, but it's almost like you're the only person that sees them. And then at the bottom of the deck, it was conclusions are within reach. So like I said, that just kind of ties into everything that is just, about to fall into your lap. This little net is really bothering me. And tell me I don't have to read from the book from any of these cards because they were really self-explanatory. I'm going to move on to the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And like I said, this is for the folks who have already jumped into their journey. You have tapped into your gifts. Whichever ones you have, they are there. You know what they are. And I'm sorry that y'all didn't hear me pray during the video. My grandma, I'm so used to her doing them for me in my head that I hear her do them, so I don't realize that I'm never speaking them out loud. Sorry, I was asking, was that just the end of the 3 cards? They're saying, okay, so the very first card that we got is fill up your well, retreat, rest, and refuel. We're getting this card because we keep looking at every single corner for every single day for whatever is supposed to be happening for us, to us, and it hasn't happened yet, and it's frustrating. And the reason that it hasn't happened is because we're not in a mind state or a physical sense to even take it. If it walked up, we would be physically and mentally and emotionally exhausted. We have literally been cutting things out, people, jobs, lifestyles, thoughts, and living arrangements out of our out of our lives over the last, like I said, at least the last year. And now it's time to just kind of sit back and say, hey, okay, I don't have this and I don't have that person, but, I've learned how to rely on myself using these kind of skills. Or, I learned to pour into I learned how to pour back into myself, which is literally what the lady in the card is doing, just kind of pouring back into herself. So, and then it's just kind of resting with that so your body can recharge itself. That's why it says the energy is gaining momentum, because we've been resting. And I know it feels like we've not been doing anything, especially majority of the cancers, they're not working right now. I just want to put that out there. For the whole energetic shift, cancers are not supposed to even be really working right now. Most cancers in it entertainment business, if you know them to be a cancer, they haven't really put out a lot of content right now. Cancers are like, the most what do you call it? Empathic of the zodiac. So we feel everything, and now it's like in a sense of trying to let things flow. So if you are a cancer, you with the way that the world is now, most of us really don't flow. We are really tight folks. We don't know how to just kind of groove with our water. We were the last gazillion years been told that we're over emotional, and now me, Mother Earth, I'm here to tell you that we're not over emotional. We're supposed to tap into all of that and let it free flow, so that way the people around us is able to let it free flow. So in that, what is your deepest fear? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, and then it tells you that when you let your light shine, you give the permission for the people around you to do so. That is a cancer. That was literally written for a cancer. We naturally do it. So without us, nobody else shines. I'm sorry, that's exactly how they're telling me to tell y'all. Without us, other people don't get their opportunity to kind of to open that. Cancers literally are the people that you can walk up and tell your whole life story to, and they genuinely care, majority of them. The second card that we got is the Star Mother, which is how can you mother yourself. A lot of cancers, especially women, we didn't get good moms or good mother figures, or women figures in our family. A lot of us learn how to fend for ourselves. So if you had kids at a very early age, you literally learn how to do a lot of this yourself. Which is really, really hard. If you're like me, I grew up in a family of addiction and abuse, so it's whatever. So you just kind of had to learn how to feed into yourself, especially when you have always felt different and on the outside, and you didn't really know how to listen to you because you were so busy listening to other people about you. Really kind of takes a toll on who you are. So they're asking, how can you kind of tune into you and kind of make sure that you're good and stop worrying about how other people feel about you? Or if you don't have the grandest relationship with your mom, how can you cover for yourself in those areas that you don't feel like she's stepping up in? For those of you that are mothers and you do have girls, they're asking to make sure that you put into them exactly what you wanted somebody to put into you. So I usually only speak for melanated folks, and that would be of any ethnicity, as long as you have melanin in your skin. I know that sounds terrible, but they're asking that beauty that we didn't always get told that we were, because we might be too light or too dark or too this or too that, or we have hyperpigmentation on our face or underneath our arms or different places around our body, just like little things that you were made in fun of for when you were growing up. You make sure to tell your kids the opposite, to make sure that they know that colorism is a thing. I'm sorry, you all, that it's really about to kill me. That colorism really is a thing. So I do appreciate that the cancer women who do have girls, they make sure that they tell their girls that they're absolutely gorgeous. That's dope. And then the last card that we got is Inner Temple Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. So a lot of cancers here lately, I would say within the last month or so, it seems kind of crazy, but you can actually feel your heart chakra opening. Since everybody is kind of tapped in with a spirit guide, and you probably thought that you were having like some stroke or heart attack, or you probably got the or whatever y'all calling that thing. Um, it is literally just your heart chakra opening. The rest of your chakras, when they moved, it didn't feel like that, but when your heart chakra moved, it hurt. Like it felt like you were stroking out. It felt like, I'm sorry, I have a t-shirt on up and it needs, felt like you were stroking out. Felt like you could have been having a heart attack. It felt like any and everything could have been happening to you. You just don't know. But you've been feeling it, and you felt it over a course of either a couple of days, or it was stretched out over a couple of weeks or whatever. But we actually felt our heart chakras opening, which was important because then that means that we're about to actually allow things to flow. That's why it says that it's gaining momentum. So it's like, you turn on a faucet, or when it's coming down the well and it's got its slow little whatever, and so okay, it's coming, but then once it actually starts flowing and everything, it's flowing out and dispersing like it's supposed to, but it's only coming from, keep telling me I'm Mother Earth, so they keep telling me that it's slowly just coming from me. I'm slowly unlocking everything that I'm supposed to be unlocking for the rest of you all to tap in and hone in on the rest of you all's gifts. I would say that for me, the last year has moved really, really fast, so I don't know what it felt like for you all. I'm sorry if it's moving hella slow. I feel like it's moving hella slow, as far as in a tangible sense, but in a spiritual sense, these things for me is really picking up and taking off. I am now using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Okay, actually, no, I'm not. They want me to read one of these cards out of the book. This Inner Temple card. So give me just 1 second. 62. Okay, it says you are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you are seeking are waiting for you in the portal of your heart, which is why I just said where we felt our heart chakras open, and the energy is gaining momentum because it's slowly trickling down. For me, over this, like I said, this last month, I've actually felt it. I felt it when it happened. I've been in the car. I've been just sitting watching TV with my kids, and it happens when like little things happen to me. Someone might say something on TV, and it may trigger something for me, and I may write something down, or it may bring a thought to my head to where I realize, oh, I didn't realize I might have been holding on to something similar of the situation that happened to me, and I literally just made peace with it because I cried with the character that was on TV, and I literally felt my soul let it go for my actual personal experience. Sorry. Sorry, all of the answers to all of the questions that you are seeking are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you. And so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. You are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. You are being called to go deeper into your soul growth, or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. That's us. We've already been committed students for the last year and something, so we are now about to be commended for our devotions. Your guides want you to know how proud they are of you, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion and this prayer. Please use me in the way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Okay, so I forgot to read the bottom of the deck, but it is Keepers of the Earth, and it says, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And like I said, if all of you have tapped into your gifts, like I have said, you have already met majority of these folks.